puppy killer and cosplay Barbie, Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem is terrorizing Chicago with her ICE brigade. And not only that, she has Benny Johnson, a right-wing influencer, following her to depict what a great job she's doing. So listen to the answer to a question that he asked. Now, mind you, cops, children, innocent protesters are being attacked, tear gassed, arrested, zip tied in Chicago because of these absolutely despicable people. But here's her response if you want to protest or disagree with Kristi Noem and MAGA.
What's your message to the protesters?
There's consequences for breaking the law and for jeopardizing our law enforcement and while they're doing their work. And we're glad we've got people that'll step up, like these guys that are here today, making sure that they're conducting operations and doing so safely. ICE officers, Border Patrol, they're great Americans.
You got a dozen arrests over here. They're yelling at you. What's your message to the overall leftists who want to be violent in America today?
You know, leave. Leave this country. We don't want you. Go away. Or we'll put you in jail.
Okay, first of all, violent leftist. It's violent right wing. But is it just me, or is that disgusting that she is telling Americans, if you don't like it, leave, or we'll put you in jail?
I've experienced that my entire life living in Oklahoma for 50 years. I was not a Christian. I'm not a Republican. And I would say, yeah, I like it here. It's just a little conservative. And Oklahomans writ large would say, if you don't like it here, just leave. The impulsivity of MAGA Republicans and conservative people, because they're so emotionally stunted, they tend to have these type of knee-jerk things. People on social media all of the time, if you critique the United States of America, which any robust, healthy democracy should welcome criticism. But to MAGA Republicans, when they hear it, they have this childlike impulse reaction. Oh, if you don't like it here, just leave. And that is, I have heard that my entire life, being a liberal, being a person that is open-minded in a red state. I can't tell you how many Oklahomans have said to me, well, if you don't like it here, you should just leave. And it's like, well, that's not how a place gets better. That's not the point. But this is so common in right-wing evangelical circles that if you don't believe the way we believe, get out.
You're absolutely right. And it's coming from the top down. But then we've all heard MAGA is just crybaby crying over Bad Bunny at the Super Bowl. And they're acting like he doesn't speak English and he's not American, even though he comes from Puerto Rico, which is, by all accounts, American. But this is what Kristi Noem, she's so eloquent, has to say about the NFL and Bad Bunny.
What is your message to the NFL? What is your message to Bad Bunny? Will there be ICE enforcement at the Super Bowl?
There will be, because the Department of Homeland Security is responsible for keeping it safe. So I have the responsibility for making sure everybody goes to the Super Bowl, has the opportunity to enjoy it and to leave, and that's what America is about. So yeah, we'll be all over that place. And we're going to enforce the law. So I think people should not be coming to the Super Bowl unless they're law-abiding Americans who love this country.
And your message to the NFL with this decision? It seems like they were trying to send a message to the Trump administration.
Well, they suck, and we'll win, and God will bless us, and we'll stand and be proud of ourselves at the end of the day, and they won't be able to sleep at night because they don't know what they believe, and they're so weak. Well,
okay. Talk about
is she on drugs? I mean, like what? God will protect us. About? And then this is where it's heading. They're attacking the judiciary. They're politicizing the military. Now they're going to start attacking the entertainment industry. And that is one stronghold that Republicans have never been able to capture, because typically people that are creative are very open-minded. Open-mindedness provides for progressive thoughts. And so conservatives don't really fit the profile for being artists. And they've always hated that they don't have cool celebrities or cool athletes. And so now they're going to attack the Super Bowl. I mean, this is just part of it is like, they're going to have to do some of this shit and Americans are going to have to see it. Mm-hmm. to continue to build a coalition of resistance against this, because they will not stop. They want everybody to be like them. And I think how painfully boring if everybody is the exact same on earth.
Well, and mean as shit if they're like them. But a couple things stuck out to me in that, where she's like, we only want law-abiding Americans who love our country to come to the Super Bowl. So now you have to be an American that loves our country. And we've heard Stephen Miller talk about that, indoctrinating children at school level to love their country. And then the NFL sucks and we're not taking message, and God's going to bless us. I would guess that if the central character of the Bible came down and saw how they are treating people, I mean, look at what the Pope's saying about this administration.
But just remember this: law-abiding citizens. Her boss is a convicted felon. Do you know what I mean? Like the gaslighting is so crazy with these people that they've just washed over the fact that he's a convicted felon. And then you have these violent insurrectionists that beat up police officers, took a shit in the Capitol. A lot of them had prior criminal convictions, completely pardoned. And they are so desperate to eliminate a lot of people from this country. They're going to job sites, they're going to schools, they're going to Home Depot. It's just complete propaganda that she only wants to be around law-abiding citizens. I mean, it's just complete bullshit.
That love our country. I mean, it's
And the forced patriotism is such a juvenile thought too. It's so juvenile that, oh, you have to love our country. Like, how fucking desperate. That's like a girlfriend or a boyfriend going, you have to love me more than you've ever loved anyone before. It's just like, be something worthy of love. Be something that isn't so thin-skinned that if you criticize it or try to correct course on something, you don't have a meltdown like Kristi Noem, Hegseth, Stephen Miller. I mean, these people are emotionally stunted freaks. I mean, these are not emotionally evolved human beings. They have the emotional depth of maybe like a 10-year-old. And I'm not even trying to be funny about that. That's their behavior, and the way they act is like on the playground. Am I your best friend? You like me more than you do Julie? Pumps, are you sure? You know, it's this really immature, codependent, toxic worldview. And now they're projecting it onto everybody, and they're gaslighting abuse.
It's disgusting. And I want to take a minute to thank our sponsor. And today's sponsor is Simply Safe. Simply Safe is real security that stops crime before it starts. Traditional security systems only react and take action once someone has already broken in. Simply Safe stops crime before it even starts by confronting threats the moment they appear. AI-powered cameras detect threats while they are still outside your home and alert real security agents. This is the game changer. The agents take action while the intruder is still outside. They confront the intruder, letting them know that they're being watched on camera and that the police are on their way. Right now, our listeners save 50% on Simply Safe home security system at simplysafe.com/IHIP. That's right. 50% off for our listeners on Simply Safe home security system at simplysafe.com/IHIP. And moving on to the news, this is one of those videos that I really enjoyed by Kristi Noem. She got denied access to a municipal building. Play the clip.
Can we use the restrooms? No, you cannot. We can? Please don't. Okay, all right, thank you. Interesting. That's what Governor Pritzker says is cooperation in keeping people safe.
Okay, stop it right here. I just want to make this point. It looks like a war zone in Chicago. They have tanks, like as far as the eye can see. They have ICE agents. They have ICE snipers all over the place outside an ICE facility. Why couldn't she go to the bathroom there? Why did she have to go into a municipal building? Okay, continue.
So why wouldn't they let you in? What's been going on here? What's been going on here, Secretary?
We were coming to go out and do some operations to pick up some guys with criminal convictions on them, and the city police wouldn't even let us use a restroom.
And you were just blocked by a worker here from the city?
Worker at the municipal building here, Broadmoor.
Okay, that's nuts.
Would not allow us.
First of all, Benny Johnson, boots on the ground. I mean, give me a fucking break. He's such a joke. But my question is, Kristi, when are you going to prove these people you're rounding up are criminals? Because they haven't so far. I mean, it's nuts, the shit they say.
This is all a part of the authoritarian play. They are trying to capture blue cities in a full force because they want to rig the elections. Pritzker speaks very clearly about why they're coming to Chicago. And this will keep going through the courts. At some point, I'm sure the Supreme Court will end up giving Trump all the power he wants to do this. But her running around with Benny Johnson, you know, these are the Christian values MAGA people. She's a big, big Christian. Kristi Noem. She's fucking Corey Lewandowski. Meanwhile, Benny Johnson is the biggest DL demon queen on the planet. The minute he's off the MAGA stage, he's fetishizing all of the gay stuff that he wants to do. And I believe that at the heart of MAGA is a crazy Christian problem combined with a bunch of repressed bisexuality and homosexuality. And we have emotionally stunted people out with massive organizations, massive taxpayer-funded military-type operations in American cities. She is trying to prime the public. Get used to it. You're going to live in a militarized city. It's coming for you.
And just finally, in closing, now they want to have a 24/7 surveillance team through social media. And this is reported by Wired. ICE wants to build out a 24/7 social media surveillance team. Documents show ICE plans to hire dozens of contractors to scan X, Facebook, TikTok, and other platforms to target people for deportation. Okay, two things on that. Number one, I think they're doing way more than targeting people for deportation. And number two, I believe that they should be in the bowels of all this right-wing media to get the lone wolves. The people being deported, that's a ruse. They don't give a shit about that. They want the military in the cities. Where they need to be putting their effort is to these right-wing lone gunmen that go
That's
up.
not going to happen. That's not going to happen in this administration. And some of these things, if they really start monitoring social media like this, it's going to bite them in the face, because you've got Zuckerberg and now Larry Ellison, who's taking over TikTok. People will decide they don't want to be on social media anymore. And it will be the death of social media. So a lot of this stuff that they're doing is very short-sighted, like a lot of authoritarian plays are, like trying to attack the Super Bowl. All of that is a very short-sighted thing. So if they want to spend a bunch of money monitoring social media, and Zuckerberg and all of these other people are going to go along with it, I think that that is going to come back to bite them.
I hope you're right. Please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and stick with us for more news.